Hi everyone, welcome back to Ravita. I'm here with Dr. Heather today.
Hi everyone.
We just want to talk about skin health again. It's our theme this month for August. Yesterday, Dr. Nick and I talked about this product, HSN Complete, and today we just want to talk to you about some other therapies at Divine Elements and Ravita.
So when we're looking at skin health and with naturopathic medicine in general, we're always trying to get to the root cause of the issue and trying to treat the person as a whole. So when we're looking at skin health, there's a lot of underlying things that we also want to take into consideration. And one of those would be what's happening in our gut. Mm-hmm. And because a lot of actually gut issues, if we're not listening to those internal issues that we have, sometimes those are the things that actually start to present on the skin. And that's when people will more likely come in because now there's like a visual issue that they can see and it portrays to other people. Mm-hmm. So one of the things, no matter what people are coming in for, is to work on gut health. And one of the things that I find really helpful with skin is to do a food sensitivity panel. Yeah. Because if our body is inflamed and causing an internal reaction to foods that they may not have such like an intense reaction like anaphylaxis where we have trouble breathing or we get hives, but some of those foods that we're consuming may cause more bloating, may cause a skin rash, and things like that. And there's something that we really need to look into. So the food sensitivity panel is great for skin health. Yeah. And also supplementing and getting proper nutrients, both from the foods that we're eating. And I like to also sometimes suggest a vitamin IV, where we're able to actually get more of those vitamins and nutrients into the bloodstream so that all of the cells in our body are getting the nutrients they need to support our system. Mm-hmm. And it takes every single cell in the body.
Yeah, exactly. And especially with the gut health, if it's inflamed, that's when it's going to start showing up in the skin as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So food sensitivity panel, our IV nutrient therapies are great. And mm-hmm. if the gut is actually having trouble, we're not absorbing the nutrients that we should from the foods we eat. Yeah. So even if we're eating all the foods that we find that are nutritious or things that our doctor recommends or nutritionist, if we're not absorbing them, we're not actually getting the benefit from them. Mm-hmm. So sometimes I'll suggest our IV, our Glow, or our IV that is called the Glow IV, and it's really kind of promoted at helping skin health.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and it has all the same kind of vitamins and minerals as some of our other IVs, but it is more focused on the B vitamins and some of the other amino acids that are helpful for the skin.
Mm-hmm. And it's really great for hydration as well, which is another one of our tips. It's to really make sure that you're hydrating your skin, drinking lots of water, and also getting a lot of food that contains, it's a high water content foods. So like cucumber, lettuce, strawberries, like watermelon, anything like that.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Getting hydration is key, especially now that it's August, and well, anytime in the summer here. If we're not hydrating our insides, it's really going to also start to show on our skin. Mm-hmm. Just like a raisin versus a grape, right? If we're dehydrated, we start to see more of those lines and wrinkles, and our skin isn't as healthy and hydrated as we want it to be, mm-hmm. to give that youthful glow.
Yeah.
So one of the other posts that I had done and put in our last month's newsletter was all on 5 tips for skin health. And I'm just going to go through those again, just in case anybody missed them, and just as a quick reminder now that we are working on skin health this month. Mm-hmm. So as Allison said, hydration is key. Making sure that we're getting those things that are very helpful for the skin and keeping our skin looking youthful.
Yeah.
Second one is sleep. So if we're not actually getting the sleep that we need, we're really not giving ourselves and our body a chance to rejuvenate and repair. Mm-hmm. When we're sleeping, repair is done at most mm-hmm. While we're sleeping. So yeah. Do you have anything to add about sleep?
Not really, to
no?
be honest. No.
So getting sleep, it helps in the detoxification process. Mm-hmm. It helps rejuvenate and repair any of that damage that's caused throughout the day, just in our day-to-day activities. Mm-hmm. We've also touched on nutrition. Nutrition is key. So, yeah. And that goes back into hydration.
Yeah. Foods high in vitamin A, so like sweet potato, cod liver oil, fish like salmon, anything like that, really good for your skin.
Yeah.
Also, prebiotic foods and probiotic foods, also very beneficial for the gut health. So that's also going to be beneficial for your skin as well. So anything like artichoke, onions, garlic, some prebiotics is probiotics, is sauerkraut, kimchi, kombucha, anything like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also getting the good healthy fats. So
Yes.
coconut oil, avocado, nuts and seeds. Our body and our cells need those healthy fats in order to be at their healthiest as well. Mm-hmm. And then that also shows on the skin.
Yes.
So, I mean, this goes from like the smallest of cells all the way to our body. And our skin is one of our largest organs, and we need to remember to consider it as an organ, just like we do our heart and our lungs and our liver. Mm-hmm. We need to take care of those. We also need to take care of our skin. And our skin is that main protection that we have from the external world into the internal world.
And also just going on with the high fat content, a lot of the fat soluble vitamins are very high in antioxidants, so they need those fats in order to work properly. Right.
Mm-hmm. And those fat soluble vitamins, in case anybody's confused on those, are vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Mm-hmm. So vitamin A, as Allison had mentioned, in like animal products and sweet potatoes,
spinach,
vitamin A and vitamin E is also great for the skin. It's even great for any kind of scarring and repairing some of that damage that we see on our skin. Mm-hmm. And then vitamin D, we do get it from the sun, but it is also really important, especially into the winter months, to supplement with that, to just keep it up. And it helps with mood. And I mean, how we're feeling, even just on a physical, emotional, and mental playing field, those all have an impact on how our skin is.
Yeah, definitely.
So the last two things I had put in my top 5 for skin health is exercise and stress reduction. And those kind of go together. So exercise is going to be circulating more of our blood and getting new blood and oxygen into all of our cells, and then allowing that transition to get the stuff that we don't need in our cells out. And exercise is a great way to do that. It also increases our respiration rate, so we're getting more oxygen into all of our cells. And it can also be a great stress reducer. Mm-hmm. So also in regard to stress reduction, sometimes it's just sitting for a couple minutes, whether it be meditating, whether it be taking deeper breaths, really just trying to, as we kind of sit, and I want everyone to, if they can in the next week or so, to just try and sit for a couple minutes and just really focus on your breath. Mm-hmm. It really helps to take any kind of stress down, get us out of our head, the busyness of all the cars going by. And that happens in our head too, and it does have an impact on our body.
Yeah, definitely. Even just, I find 3 simple breaths in the morning, before you get up, is very beneficial.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a great way to start the day, and it gets us into that parasympathetic, or that rest and digest system, rather than being in that fight or flight, which causes cortisol release and is more of that stress response that isn't going to allow that oxygen to exchange into all the tissues that we need, nor is it going to help us relax and actually rejuvenate and replenish. Mm-hmm. So next week, I'm also going to talk a little bit more about different therapies we can provide at Divine Elements and through Ravita with some of the other supplements for skin health and other things we can do. But this is a great starting kind of platform, and something that I start with all my patients before we go into some of those other therapies.
Yeah. Yep, and we'll be back next week to also talk about the Skin Colonizer, which is another product here, collagen, and then also some of our topical stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks
See
for
you
tuning
then.
in.